Can you believe it? We are already at the end of summer. Let's go into what's happening with the Austin real estate housing market. Jumping into it, I want to just hyper focus on what is happening with the number of sold homes in the last year. If you look in the 2026 column, you're going to notice a lot of green. This is really great news to see. This is what we've all hoped to see, and there's just a really good trend. So what is this telling us exactly? It's telling us that the number of homes sold is higher than it has been from 2024 and in 2025. That means more buyers are coming back to the market than what we've seen in the last 2 years. And that means sellers, you have a higher probability of selling your home, and buyers, it just means there's a little bit more competition. So really just green flags all the way around. Very, very happy to see this. So let's go into the data of what happened last month in July. First, we have 65 days to sell. So of the homes that are selling, it's taking them a little over 2 months. We have 4,618 new listings, a little higher from 24 and 25. We have a 95% closed price to original list price ratio. That means if you wanted $500,000, did you get it? No. You received within 5% of that as a seller. And as a buyer, it means that you have the ability to negotiate a lower price than what you see on the list price. The pandemic is about 98%, so we're a little off from what we would consider as normal and typical. The average list price is $439,900, and the average close price is $440,000. Active listings were still high. We're not as high as last year. We're a little bit less, but we're still elevated from what we would expect to see. We have 15,422 active listings. We should have about 8,000 in a normal market. So again, elevated. And we have 2,875 sold listings. So about 19% of the inventory selling. That is a good number. That is healthy. It's not like what we saw last year, so in the right direction. Now, we do have 5.4 months of inventory. Now, a typical inventory would be, our balance inventory would be 6 months. We're a little bit less than that. So the data states we're in a balanced market, but that doesn't quite tell us exactly what's happening. So we're going to go into that. So as a seller, we already said the good news is 2026 is outperforming last year. 18% of the homes are closing. Sellers are achieving 5% less. This is all what we just mentioned. It is a buyer's market still. So understand as a seller, be prepared to negotiate and be prepared to do a lot of upfront work prior to going on the market to ensure success at closing and obtaining a buyer. If that work's not done up front, you will have a very difficult time on the market. So that strategy is important. Interest rates, they are higher. We've had some recent issues with inflation, with the war, non-war thing going on. So let's see how that's going to impact this fall, or if buyers are still just going to keep going forward because guess what? People still need homes to live. People are getting married. People have kids. Life continues, right? The other little wonderful news is the luxury market. This is the second strongest July on record that we've seen, only behind 2021 when the pandemic was going crazy. So we've sold almost more homes than ever before for the luxury market. That's 1 million plus. Now that's approximately 82% of July's luxury sales occurring between 1 million and 2 million. So what does that mean? Out of all luxury homes currently for sale, only 19% are going under contract each month. And out of those homes, it's taking about 65 days to find a buyer and 30 days to close. Now, buyers, it's still a buyer's market, right? You still have the power, which is great news. And that, I'm going to put a little asterisk, that great negotiation power is based on the type of home. So if the condition is done really well at a really fair price, you absolutely can see multiple offers. That has happened. The last one I saw was 5 multiple offers. So it happens. Now, inventory is very similar to 24 and 25. Again, we're in a balanced market by inventory, but we're a buyer's market in negotiation power. So it's a very rare situation we see that buyers have this benefit. If you have a great condition and price competitively, again, it goes fast. Plan to own your home for at 3+ years, and sellers will negotiate. We've already mentioned a little bit about the luxury market and mentioning that as the second strongest July. Now, keep in mind, this also continues to outperform the last 2 years, and we have a healthy demand of buyers. These buyers, yes, they are a little more selective, right? Because there's a lot more luxury inventory. That inventory level is elevated, but there are more buyers buying. So, and luxury, of course, is selling a little faster than typical. So that is a healthy market. Sometimes that also tells us that when the luxury world is doing well, the non-luxury world is about to do well. That is usually a sign. So let's hope that sign is giving us really good energy and going in the right direction. Now, hey, I love doing this. I love data. I love numbers. I love helping our past clients, future buyers and sellers, investors. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're always here. We'll see you in a month.